forum also called for the arrest and prosecution of anyone found canvassing for interim government. And lastly, we also want to look at the number of litigations that, or do I say petitions that will lead to litigations that have been filed in respect of the governorship, National Assembly and House of Assembly elections held on the 25th of March and of February rather, and 18th of March across the country. So far, 372 petitions have been filed against INEC and those that have been declared to have won those elections. You are welcome once again. My name is Abiodun Olalere, and we are set as usual to take you through these three topical issues. Sitting closely to me is Muritala Agora. You are welcome.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, Nigerians.
And we are also having a new face this afternoon, a retired journalist but still very much active. He retired from the Federal Civil Service. Adeyemi Brown, you are welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers.
So you are welcome once again to the newsroom.
Thank you very much.
I know you are familiar with the newsroom.
That is great.
We also have in the newsroom Kayode Adedire. Saki, you are welcome.
Thank you, Biodun. Good afternoon, viewers.
So Saki, let's start from your hand there. Anti-party activities. Some people were suspended in PDP too. Recently we learned that the suspension had been quashed. We are having another suspension. As people will ask, after all the party won, why are you building crisis again?
Thank you. You see, this issue of anti-party activities, anti-party itself, that expression has become very nebulous. When the leadership wants to nail a member, they invoke that kind of expression, anti-party. So it has given one kind of problem how to define what constitutes anti-party activities. It's a weapon that is used to tame rebellious members. I mean, as it were. But in a more serious environment, you see, the party is very supreme. The supremacy of party is not in doubt in Senate climes, not in our own climes. Because look at the way these so-called G5 governors behaved during the build-up to the presidential election. The activities constituted anti-party, because you can't belong to a party and you fight the party from within. If the leadership of that party had behaved the way it's supposed to behave, but the 5 governors would have been sacked, not even suspended, because they really worked against the interest of the party. And for APC, the chairman himself, the national chairman is embattled now. There have been agitation and calls for his resignation. There are many reasons given that we now have Muslim ticket, Muslim vice president and president, that we cannot have a Muslim national chairman, and that the vice president comes from the north. The national chairman shouldn't come. No, there are so many arguments surrounding. So he himself is embattled, and maybe he doesn't want to sing alone. He wants to carry along some people to sing along with him. Now,
Mr. Adeyemi Brown, you must be familiar with this intra-party politics. Saki said it's the way of dealing with supposed rebellious group. Do you share that sentiment?
First and foremost, I would like us to look at the word party itself. When you talk of political party and you compare it to what obtains Nigeria, you will agree with me that what we have are not political parties per se. What we have can best be described as an association of like minds. A exploiting missing links in the polity to achieve their political
missing links
in the polity to achieve their inordinate political ambitions and ultimate desires. Because when you talk of political party per se, everything is woven around an ideology. There is a clear vision and mission that drives the party. But here, we don't have that. There is dearth of cohesion. The chairman will say one thing, another person will say something else. And so, there is not that cohesion that you expect a party, to wield. And that is why anybody can organize press conference. Ordinarily, nobody has the right to organize press conference because there is a protocol that must be followed. But these have always been in breach. Why? Because the coordinating force is not there. Why? Because there is no unity of purpose.
So that's why we are having this challenge.
That is why we are having. That is the crux of the matter. No tenacity of purpose.
Okay, Mr. Laguna. He has also, but we don't even have political parties in the real sense of it. But I know you and I will know then that APC is a political party.
Yes.
PDP is a political party. Now, do you also believe that, as it were now, or should APC still be talking about anti-party activities when the party had won? I mean, the candidate of the party had won.
Oh yes, I do. In fact, let me start by agreeing with him to some extent that what we have is more of a special purpose vehicle, SPV, that's meant to achieve the political aim of winning power. The fact that APC has won does not mean that there's no indiscipline in the party, which must be corrected. But it's not, it's all. Now the genesis, I remember vividly that in the Second Republic, the party was different from the government. The NPN was the controlling party then. At the party level, the numero uno there was Augustus Meredith Adisa Akinloye, Chief AMA Akinloye. But when it comes to government, it is Shehu Shagari. So if they have a party function and Shagari was there, at least in terms of protocol, Adisa was number one. Now, but when the Fourth Republic came, because the Third Republic was aborted, so when the Fourth Republic came, and coincidentally the president happened to be a person with a military background who believes in controlling all forces within his reach, the party and the government became one in terms of the government controlling the party. So Obasanjo became the leader of the party, ditto for others too. So it became very difficult. You see, in the other system, the Second Republic, the party controls the government, in which case the party decides. At the party level, they take decisions. Then the decision is implemented by the government. Now, this time around, it is the president that will say, do this, do this. So the president usurps the functions of the party. And that is why Obasanjo was able to...
Is it not because they go to the president for financial support?
Yes, they may do, but you see, that's why we have this problem. I remember Obasanjo removed about four national chairmen. The pathetic one was that of Audu Ogbe. He asked the family to prepare a sumptuous pounded yam. After finishing, he just gave him, my brother, I beg, sign this thing. That is anytime.
Audacity.
Yes. Then he even forgot. Oh God. He forgot to put the date. So Obasanjo went and then
came back. Okay. Saki, but why should party members engage in anti activities? Why should, if you are a true member of a party, Why should we engage in anti-party activities?
Well, it's normal. In a family, we have disgruntled elements. It is normal. I mean, all of us cannot think along the same line. And you see, the problem is fundamental. Like the last speaker said, we had greater discipline within party during the Second Republic. I can't talk of the First Republic because I wasn't around, but I can speak well of the Second Republic. But now we cannot differentiate between government activities and party activities. Look at the Asoro. You find the president inviting party leaders to party meeting. It shouldn't be so. Party meetings should be held at party secretariat. Government business should be held in government environment. But you don't have that because an individual has hijacked all the necessary powers that are supposed to belong to the party in first instance, where the chairman should preside. Yes, during the Second Republic, when there was a party function, Adisa Okele will come last. In fact, the president will come before Akinwumi. That's Shagari. That is party.
You arrive last to the
in another protocol. Yes. And when it's government function, of course, is the president that is number one person. So we have discarded all these fundamentals. That is why we are having anti-party. Then you see this attitude of sit down, sit tight syndrome. When leaders don't want to leave office at the right time. I think by now the chairman of the party should have taken some decisions based on moral, that he should have started getting out of office because of what has happened after the election, but he has stayed put. So there's no way that he won't get people to agitate against his office, and he also will react anyway to keep his office safe. So that is why we have all this intra-party built around anti-party activities.
Brown, you must have observed that all these party chairmen, he talked about the PDP, 4 or 5 were removed within, and we have also seen such in the APC too. And Saki has also mentioned agitation in some quarters that since somebody is from the north and the north, somebody must not come from the north, all these permutations. Why is it that it is always difficult for an elected chairman, national chairman of a political party, a leading one in Nigeria, to serve out his, I would just say, I have never had the feeling, to serve out his term before having these agitations that you have done enough, you should go, let somebody call. Is it not based on selfish interest?
That is it. You have said it. Selfish interest. You see, where there is unity of purpose, there will always be solidarity. Said that even if the chairman goes astray, there will be a measure that will be employed to correct him or to redirect him. But where people are more concerned with their selfish interests, where there is divergent views on the quest for power and money. I read something this afternoon, said by Dora Akinwumi, that there is no situation that cannot be rectified or turned around if you remove money and corruption. But these are the two instruments. And from the very first analysis, you have seen how money and corruption has been used to bastardize and pollute the entire party machinery. And once that is polluted and corrupted, it is difficult for people to think of the goal. What they now think of is, he has been there. What have I gained from him? What is he doing? Not that they have a particular goal designed for the party to achieve, so that at the end it will be on record that this party achieved this goal. And until that thing is rectified, said that they will be facing unity of purpose, they will be facing goals for the party, and not what individuals stand to gain, this thing will be a continuous thing. It will be going round.
Okay, let's look at those that have been suspended now. Of particular interest is the chairman of board, NDDC, Loretta Noche. She's a popular person.
Yes.
She's always in the news.
Yes.
She has been suspended from the party, but she remains the chairman of NDDC board. Anything, is he missing anything?
Well, you see, in politics, just that is an appointment. When you are suspended, normally, okay, again, the problem is, do they take the normal channel? You don't just wake up one day and then say somebody is suspended. Before somebody is suspended, you put before him the infractions he has committed. Then you let him or her know.
And defend